Well, I've been trying not to inhale for the past 45 minutes, but during that time, my son has been feeding me every conceivable alcoholic libation So even though I have not inhaled, I have certainly been very well lubricated over the past 45 minutes. I don't think that right now I have absolute intensity, and I don't feel that I have a sense of being particularly articulate. I'm just overwhelmed by the kindness, by the compassion, by the friendship, by the warmth. It's an incredible experience. To see all of my friends from around the world here is beyond description. I approached this ACC with a certain sense of anxiety and trepidation. It's been the conclusion of a one-year cycle, which has been complex. In some respects, a little bit surreal. And then, of course, I got to Chicago, and there was a terrible traffic jam, and I got to the hotel at the Ritz-Carlton, and I tried to check in, and they had no room for me. All they had was a room. They did have a reservation. The reservation was under the name of my wife, Linda Leon, but she was sharing a room with Roxanne Miranda. So immediately I thought that my wife and Roxanne had a very interesting relationship. Finally, after some anxious moments, I was able to find a room at the Ritz, little did I know that there was something behind all of this that I was completely unaware. I've had a very fortunate career. I've been very blessed to be surrounded by so many people. I really do believe in collaboration, and I really do believe in trying to elevate the people around me. And I think one of my greatest strengths is my capacity to recognize talent and to want to surround myself with talent. I'm infected by the fact that I've got such brilliant people who surround me, and even though they say such nice things about me and have on an occasion like this, I think the friendship and the respect is truly mutual. To see so many influential and important people in this room is extremely meaningful, and to feel that I could have had any role in participating in their professional growth is beyond what I could have expected. You know, it's a little bit like when we started TCT. It really was on a whim. I was sharing a six-pack of beer with Kenny Kent in his backyard. And by the way, I don't even drink beer. And we decided to do a different meeting, and we came up with an interesting idea, and it just grew, and it blossomed, and it extended itself beyond what anybody could imagine. And to a certain extent, that's the way I feel about my career. I never had any direction. I never had any particular vision as to what I wanted to achieve, other than to try to be relentless and to try to commit myself to excellence, and to try to see if we could keep moving to the next step. I've just been fortunate in so many ways. My relationship with my Israeli colleagues is incredibly meaningful to me. I can't begin to express how important that is. I didn't get a chance to go to Israel till late in my life. It was an interesting phenomenon. My mother, who I admired greatly, told me that I could never come to Israel as a tourist, that was unacceptable. But the first time you go to Israel, you have to go to contribute something to the country. Now that's a tall order, so I didn't go to Israel because I didn't have anything to contribute. So I waited, and then in 1988, my good friend Yaron Almagor and I took some of these little metal stents, and we went to Israel, and we traveled, and from hospital to hospital, we implanted some of the first stents in Israel. And I felt like I had been true to that mandate, that I was able to give something back, and it was a very, very special experience. So to be able to share some of these things with so many valued colleagues is indescribable. This has been a remarkable evening. I will never say bad things about the ACC again. I can't thank enough the people in this room for their warmth and for their friendship and for their kind words, really too kind, beyond anything that I could have imagined. I'm incredibly thankful that I can share this with Linda and with Ari. I'll try not to get emotional. I wish my daughter was here. She's a very special person as well, because they've borne the brunt of a lot of this special commitment and the long hours and the travel and everything else. And the fact that we've been able to bring this global community closer together and achieve something meaningful as a group is really a testimony to this unique subspecialty. So for all of your kind words, and for your friendship, and for the love that has been expressed, I hope I can live up to the many expectations, and I can continue to make positive contributions and have an impact on young trainees and on this wonderful subspecialty. So it's been a very unexpected and remarkable night, perhaps the most meaningful night that I can recall professionally. I will never forget it, and I can never thank you enough.
Usually it's my husband that's the speaker for the family, but I really want to thank everybody. And as my husband has said, all his work effort really has been a sacrifice to the family, and we miss him because he works so hard and he travels a lot, and it is hard on the family. But to see this tribute to him, I'm speaking for myself and for my children, that we are so proud of you, and it's really good to see that you're so well appreciated by everybody, and I love you.